Thank you for choosing Hero Products. Please follow all standard safety procedures before performing any service on any unit, including the following. Always unplug unit from power source prior to servicing. Be careful when dealing with electrical currents. Clean spills before proceeding with service. And watch the entire video at least once before proceeding.
Today we'll be changing a pump on a Eureka dispenser. The current model is an A961. The process of changing these pumps will be the same for all Eureka dispensers. When replacing the pump in your dispenser, ensure that you're replacing it with a pump that is of the same type. As you can see, this pump motor is shorter than these two, and this cartridge is of a different color. When replacing the pumps in your dispenser, there are a few tools that you'll need. You'll want some rags. You'll want the set of Allen keys that came with your dispenser, and possibly a flathead or spade screwdriver. The first step in changing the pump will be to unplug the power from the dispenser. You'll then need to remove all of the bolts that hold the rear panel on. On this dispenser there are 10, and to do that you'll use your 4mm Allen key. Once the bolts have been removed from the rear panel and it's time to take it off, be sure to slide the USB cable through the cutout as to not slice it in half. When removing your pump, the first step is to remove the wiring harness. Pinch, wiggle, and pull. You'll then want to turn off the valve if your housing allows. Twist to the horizontal position. Following the tube up to the canister, there's another valve that you would also twist to the horizontal position. This will stop all color and flow from the canister to the housing. There are 3 different styles of pump housings. This is the style that you've seen in this video. There's this style housing that has a valve that you can turn with a screwdriver to the horizontal position to turn it off, and back to absolutely centered vertical to open the valve back up. This style of housing does not have this secondary valve, and instead you'll only use the red valve connected to the bottom of the canister. Now you want to place a rag under the pump, so any colorant that drops will drop onto the rag. With your 5mm Allen key, you need to remove this bolt, as well as the same on the other side. I've already loosened these. When removing the pump, it can be quite difficult. The vacuum that is caused will create a suction, so we cannot pull out the pump. In this case, take a flathead screwdriver and place it between the flange on the pump and the flange on the housing. Push it in, and it will break the suction. You can then slide the pump out. With another rag, place it underneath and remove. When we removed this pump, the liquid that came out is a rust inhibitor and is very runny. The colorant that comes out of yours will drain much slower. When putting the new pump in, you'll need to make sure that all 3 rubber seals are in place and that when they slide in, they do not get twisted or bent. You'll slide the pump into position, twist and push until it locks into place. Replace your bolts on the left and on the right. Open both valves to the vertical positions and plug your wire back in as such. Now that we've replaced with a new pump, all that's left is to put on the rear panel, slide it into position, put the USB cable back through the cutout, line the rear panel up, and put into position. reattach the bolts, and once that's complete, plug your power cable back in. Now that we've replaced the pump, the final step is to purge any air from the lines that we may have introduced during the replacement process. To do so, run the pump for approximately 20 to 30 seconds, or until a nice steady stream of colorant flows from the nozzle tip with no air. And this concludes the replacement of your pump in your Eureka dispenser. For more information or for other videos, please visit hero.ca.